Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we will be reviewing today was requested by Agent Pep Sippleman, and the SCP we will be reviewing today is SCP-8588, Object Class Safe. Special Containment Procedures. The area surrounding SCP-8588 is being closed with 2-meter tall chain-link fence marked with standard signage prohibiting trespassing. Remotely monitored security cameras have been placed on the surrounding property and within the SCP itself. Following the events of Addendum 8588.2, the ladder leading to the SCP's entryway has been removed. Description: SCP-8588 is a wooden treehouse located in Lewin, Pennsylvania. The structure itself has proven impervious to damage from weather conditions, wildlife, and fires. Despite being constructed from untreated pine and lacking any known protective finish, SCP-8588 has shown no signs of rot, mold, or structural degradation since its discovery in 2007. When entered by 3 or more children between the ages of 6 and 10, SCP-8588's inner space shifts into a meeting chamber furnished with beanbag chairs, an assortment of plush animals, and a collection of coolers and cabinets containing juice boxes and other foodstuffs. The source of these items and the cause leading them to appear inside of the SCP are unknown. Any persons outside of this specified age range who enter SCP-8588 are unable to cause this shift even when accompanied by those who meet the criteria, with only one recorded exception. See Addendum 8588.2. Children who enter SCP-8588 under these conditions are informally integrated into a legislature referred to as the Kouncil by the children themselves. This process does not appear to involve any formal initiation ritual or external promoting, other than granting themselves a preferred name. Though most council members' chosen names follow a pattern, such as John the Fast or Mikey the Brave, deviations are common, such as King Max or the Ninja. Participants refer to themselves as council members and assume roles and responsibilities. Notable titles include Head of Snacks, the Rule Maker, and the Security Guard. Council members also exhibit mild behavioral changes such as increased cooperation and elevated vocabulary beyond developmental expectations. Any meeting within SCP-8588 typically results in the council members deciding on one or more rules to put into motion. This process usually involves a member suggesting a rule and having others discuss and vote on it. After a rule is agreed upon, it assumes the status of an enforceable law within a 3-kilometer radius of SCP-8588. Individuals within the radius behave as though the rule is a legitimate ordinance, despite no changes to genuine local, state, or federal legalities. These effects generally last no more than 2 weeks. Addendum 8588.1 Examples of Rules. Below are excerpts from a notebook documenting rules implemented by council members. Taken from a citizen who recalled spending time as a rule recorder within SCP-8588 during their childhood. And here we have an assortment of rules sorted by number, title, description, and effect. Rule 1. No more bedtime. Proposed by Councilwoman Ashley the Wise at the start of the first recorded meeting. Passed unanimously. All clocks within the affected area froze at 8 p.m. for 3 consecutive nights before resuming at 8 a.m. The sun did not set during this time. Rule 3. Everyone has to share. Prompted by a dispute over juice box flavor distribution. Passed unanimously after a mediation between 2 members in dispute. Individuals in the area exhibited a compulsion to share personal belongings upon request, including phones, pets, and half-eaten snacks. The effect wore off after 48 hours. Rule 9. Wednesday is Costume Day, suggested by Councilman Cool Zach. Opposition was voiced by Derek the Ghost, but rule was passed 5-1. Local schools and workplaces reported every individual wearing a costume that Wednesday. No one appeared to find this unusual. Effect did not occur any succeeding week. Rule 15. You have to say sorry if you're mean. Introduced by Councilwoman Big T, citing recent incidents of animosity. Rule passed 6-2. Individuals performing an action perceived as rude or impolite uncontrollably apologized immediately after doing so, regardless of intent or awareness behind the action. Effect wore off after 5 days. Rule 20. No more school on Monday. Submitted by Councilman Jimmy the Smart. Passed unanimously. For 2 weeks, local school districts remain closed for the weekend on Mondays. Rule 22. Summer Forever. Presented by Councilman Light Shadow. Rule vetoed 5-6 after a passionate speech by Marcus the Strong about his love for autumn. None, presumably, would have extended the duration of summer weather conditions within the affected area. Rule 30. All animals are friends. Recommended by Councilman Gregory the Great. Fiercely debated over, as many council members noted their fear of animals such as bears. But rule passed 7-6 after Councilwoman Awesome Jess insisted her stuffed animals vote was legitimate. Caused temporary pacification and increased friendliness in local wildlife for over 8 days. Multiple deer, bears, and coyotes were found calmly entering residential areas and interacting with the populace. No persons appeared to show fear or anger towards any wildlife during this time. Addendum 8588.2 Containment Breach. On January 28, 2010, a group of 5 adolescents, later identified as students of the local high school, scaled the fence containing the SCP and entered it. Despite being over the age limit required to activate the SCP's meeting chamber, security footage showed that the interior shift occurred regardless. The following is an excerpt from the recovered footage. The sound of fence rattling, followed by creaking wooden laughter. Damn, that was shorter than I remembered. Yeah, well, you were shorter back then, everything was taller. Yo, hurry up, it's freezing out here. Yeah. The adolescents are observed entering the interior of SCP-8588. Wow, it takes me back. Wait, do you feel that? A low ambient hum is heard. The room suddenly shifts into SCP-8588's meeting chamber. Whoa. Jesus, I forgot about that. Oh my god, look, it's Mr. Raff. The 4th teenager grabs a stuffed animal resembling a giraffe, while the first looks inside a cooler. How'd this even work out? Remember we had to kick out Jess's brother because he was too old? Yeah, he got mad about it. I don't know. Hey look, they still have apple juice boxes. Yo, Jamie, you want one? Sure, do they still have chips? The first teenager looks inside a nearby cabinet. Yeah, which ones do you want? 3 voices in unison. Doritos! Let me get the Lays. The rest of the group glare at the 5th teenager. Get a load of Danny the Different over here. They all laugh. The first teenager hands out bags of chips and juice boxes as the group settles into beanbags. You know, I used to be head of snacks. Nuh-uh, that was me. Yeah, It became me after we impeached you for hoarding all the juice. Clear violation of Rule 3. Oh, look at all these papers. Hey, I think you wrote this one, Talia. The first passes the sheet of paper to the third. If you knock over a plushie, you have to say sorry. Yeah, that was definitely me. Man, I forgot how serious we were about this stuff. You were the one who started that war on raisins, and I stand by it. Still hate those shriveled things. They all laugh. There is a pause as they stop to consume their snacks. We should make another rule for old time's sake and all that. But what would it be? How about no math after 3 p.m.? That one's not even new. That was Rule 12. Yeah. I think you made that one after you cried over fractions in Miss Angeles. I did not cry. I was just stressed. What about no taxes? We already don't have those. Yeah, but this way we won't have them ever. I want a rule that says Danny can't pick Lays. What? This is an outrage. We could say we all get one more juice box. I'm still kind of thirsty. I can get behind that. The rest of the group murmurs in agreement. Well, all in favor say aye. All in unison, aye. Hey Sam, write it down just like we used to. The first teenager scribbles the rule on a sheet of paper while reading aloud. Rule 100. Everyone gets one more juice box. Is that actually the 100th? I think so. Who cares? I'm getting my juice. The group of adolescents were observed leaving SCP-8588 2 hours after entering. After their exit, every citizen in Lewin found themselves suddenly holding an unopened juice box. Each citizen could not recall how they had obtained the juice, but unanimously remarked that the flavor of the juice was their favorite. Following this containment breach, the ladder leading to SCP-8588's entryway was removed. Research into why the anomalous effect of SCP-8588 occurred despite the group's adolescence and why its previous range of influence became extended is ongoing. And that is it. Really a very heartwarming SCP. I know we are supposed to remain professional, but the document has been read. This one is nice. I could see how it could be used for ill intent if properly established, but it seems it hasn't been used for that yet. Thank you all so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I will see you next week with another document review. Bye.